Today we are going to start with a new unit, that is the chemical kinetics. Now about a chemical reaction. Thermodynamic tell us about the feasibility of a chemical reaction, right? Whether the reaction will be possible or not, whether it will be spontaneous or not. For that, delta G has to be negative, right? Now the what is going to be the rate of a chemical reaction, right? We can say the speed of the reaction, that is not told through the thermodynamics. Secondly, we can predict the extent of the reaction, right, or to how much extent the product will be formed, and that is through the equilibrium concept, or we can say the equilibrium constant. Again, it doesn't tell us about the rate of a reaction, right? So the speed with which a chemical reaction will proceed toward the product formation or the backward direction. To study it, we have got a separate branch which is known as the chemical kinetics. Now, what is the chemical kinetics? It is the branch of science which deals with the study of the rate of the reaction, that is the speed of the reaction, right? Factors affecting the rate of a chemical reaction and the mechanism through which the reaction will proceed. So students, under this unit, we are going to study about what is the rate of a reaction, what are the factors on which the rate of a reaction will depend, and the mechanism, or we can say the steps through which a chemical reaction takes place. Now it has been observed that many of the chemical reactions are there which are very fast, which are very fast, so their rate of reaction cannot be captured, or it cannot be calculated out, right, and easily. So these reactions are the ionic reactions, right, where we have, for example, we have NaOH and HCl reaction, that is a neutralization reaction. Here the ions have been involved in double displacement reactions, and it takes place with a very high speed to get, we can say, noticed or captured. Okay, so, and there are certain reactions which are so slow that it seems that nothing is going on. For example, the rusting of iron is not a story of a one day, right, or a 1 hour. Now it takes a long time for the rusting to take place. Right. So, which kind of reactions we are going to consider here, which takes place at the moderate speed? For example, we can take the hydrolysis of ester, or the hydrolysis, or we can say of the sucrose, sugar, right, a decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. Now, these reactions are there which takes place at a speed which can be calculated or observed. Right, now we are going to study about the chemical kinetics in this unit, right? So chemical kinetics, what it is the branch of science, it is branch of science which deals with the rate of a reaction, factors affecting the rate of reaction, and the mechanism followed. Right, so this is the chemical kinetics. Okay, it is a branch of science which will deal with the study of the rate of the reaction, factors affecting the rate of reaction, and the mechanism. Now, as I said that under the chemical kinetics, we are not going to study either the very fast reactions, right, or very slow reactions. Right, we will not study these reactions here which are either very fast or very slow reactions. Okay, here we have taken the example of NaOH and HCl, that is a neutralization reaction, right? So here it is NaCl plus H2O. Now this is a type of ionic reaction. Now here the speed of the reaction will be very fast, right? Nearly it is 10 to the power minus 12 to 10 to the power minus 16 second. And here we will not, example we have taken of rusting of iron, right? It takes a long time to take place. So we will study the reactions, okay, which will be of moderate rate. For example, we will take hydrogen peroxide right? It's thermal decomposition, right? We can study this reaction, or we can study the hydrolysis of sugar in presence of an acid to form glucose and fructose, right? Now here we are using the word rate of reaction. Now question comes, what do we mean by the rate of reaction? Right, now rate of the reaction, it is the change in concentration of reactant or product with respect to time, right? So that means that as the time proceeds or progresses, what is the change in the concentration of the reactant or the product which has been formed? This will tell us about the rate of the reaction, right? Now let us take an example here, that if we have got A is a reactant here, it is getting changed into product, right? Now when the time we have taken to be 0, that means the reaction is not been started, right? So that time the concentration of A will be there high, but the product concentration is going to be 0. So here we will have the concentration of A to be small a, right? Now when it is time t second has passed, that time what will happen, let it the concentration of A has been reduced to A dash. Now why I am using the word reduced? Because the reactant will be consumed and the product is going to be formed. Let it be B part is been formed, right? Now we have to express the rate of the reaction. So the rate of reaction, right, I'm denoting it with here with small r, right? The rate of the reaction will be change in concentration of reactant, right, upon time taken for the change. Right, so we are here considering the two time limits, when the initial it is time 0, right, and this is time t second. So change in concentration here, so in the concentration of the reactant will be final concentration minus initial concentration, right, upon time taken for the change, that is T2 minus T1, right, final time minus initial time, what was there. So the change in concentration of the reactant is final concentration minus initial concentration. So what is the final concentration here? It is A dash. So here R will be equals to, that is A dash minus A upon, here it is T minus 0, right? Now if you will see here that it is A dash minus A. Now tell me the concentration of A dash or A, whose concentration is going to be very high? Yes, it will be of A, right? So that means that if we are not making any sign convention here, that time the rate of the reaction will come to be negative, and that is not possible. So here for the convenience, what is there, that we are putting here the negative sign, right, and it will be A dash minus A, or so we can simply write down here delta A upon delta T here. So here if the rate of the reaction is expressed in term of reactant, right, so the change in the concentration, right, it will be just balanced by putting it here minus, and here students minus sign is indicating the decrease in the concentration term, right, of the reactant. So students, here we have expressed the rate of the reaction in term of the reactant, right. Now we can also express the rate of the reaction in term of product, right. So here that time it will be change in the concentration of product, right, time taken for the change, So final concentration of the product minus initial concentration of products and T2 minus T1. So when we will write here, it will become here, it will be, what is the final concentration? It is B minus 0, initial concentration. So students, here where the concentration of the product, final concentration is going to be high. So here we don't require to put here minus sign, right? It will be R equals to delta P upon delta T. So what is delta P here? Delta P here, okay, so I am putting here B, we have indicated product by B here. So it is delta B upon delta T. Delta B is the change in the concentration of the product and delta T is the change in the time. That is time taken for the change. So whenever the rate of reaction is expressed in term of the product, we don't put any sign, negative sign here, because it's expressing the increase in the concentration of the product, right? Whereas when we are expressing the rate of the reaction in term of the reactant, we will put the negative sign.